To another video. Today we're going to be discussing chapter 268 of My Hero Academia, but before we jump into it, if you are new to my channel, I do cover all of these different topics right here on the screen, so if you see something that you might like, go ahead and consider subscribing because I do make videos every single week. Also, 85% of you are not subscribed but still watch my videos, so just subscribe, and that way you'll be notified of when they come out. So don't think I don't know that you guys aren't subscribed. Also, if you end up enjoying the video, don't forget to like the video down below because it does help me out a lot. Also, there will always be polls in the top right hand corner of the screen for you guys to rate the chapter, so please participate in that if you would like to. Also, thank you all for all of your comments on my last My Hero Academia video. If you would like to be featured in my next My Hero Academia video, go ahead and leave any of your thoughts and opinions down below and you will have a chance of being featured. If you don't want to be featured, go ahead and put an NF at the end of your comment for no feature, and I'll take into consideration that some people don't want to be put on the spot. So go ahead and look up for my next video to see if your comment got featured. Jumping into the actual chapter, we open up the chapter with a super bloody panel, and I think that panel just goes to show how serious this arc is and will continue to be, because I doubt that we've even scraped the surface of this arc, to be honest, and I'll get into that later in the video, but it really just goes to show that things are very serious and a lot of characters have the potential for dying in this arc, and it's just kind of getting us prepared for that. But on this page, there was kind of a funny part, at least to me. At the very bottom left-hand corner, it's just Aizawa emerging from the shadows, which was both fitting and funny for his character, I think. I'm not sure if it was meant to be funny, but for me, I could just picture him lurking in the shadows constantly. So to see him actually be put in the shadows just made me laugh a little bit, but I doubt it was meant to be funny in such a, like, serious scene. One thing I really wanted to point out, though, was having the Nomus think and speak adds a lot of quality and severity to fights, because sometimes it's cool to have a fight between a mindless brute and like one of the main characters, but it doesn't go well when it repeats over and over and over, because you can only see those fights or watch those fights so much before they become repetitive, because you have one character who's, you know, doesn't talk, doesn't really do anything, he's just mindless power, and then you have a main character who repeats basically the tropes of shonen and anime, so you can only see those fights every so often without them getting boring. I think they had a place in the beginning of the story in setting up the Nomus and what the Nomus were, but at this point in the story, I'm so glad that they added a mindset to the Nomus, because we're in a completely different point in time in the story and we needed some kind of progression, and so for them to include the Nomus in that, I think was a great choice. Another thing that I really want to point out is that Mirko really is amazing to be able to continuously not stray from the mission. A lot of characters I feel like at this point would be at their limit, but she is persevering beyond belief, because it was pointed out a little bit later in the chapter that her bunny senses were telling her that Shigaraki should not be left alive because there's something too dangerous about him, and the fact that her animal instincts are telling her that just kind of sent shivers down my spine, because that means that Shigaraki's basic aura is just that dark at this point, and I'm so scared for him to come out, to be honest with you. It just seems like he's gonna be way too OP. Speaking of Shigaraki, the progress bar that they keep showing in small panels, especially in this one, shows that he got from 74 to 75 quite quickly. Let's say the time from him being at 70% to 75% and the time between that and all that fighting was about 20-ish minutes. That means about in an hour and 40 minutes he would have been at complete 100% if it would have kept up at that pace. That means that they really need to try hard to get him out of there as soon as possible, because if he gets any stronger or becomes completed, I doubt that there will be many people that will be able to take him on. Unfortunately, as Mirko is about to break Shigaraki out, she does get hit by the female Nomu very severely, and that makes me really worried for her character. I was really starting to like her too. I said in my other video that she reminded me of a female Bakugo. They have the same fighting spirit and the same facial reactions as well. So just seeing her be a professional and at the level that she is, and with the personality that she has, gave me a lot of hope for Bakugo and just how he could progress through the story and become someone who's still Bakugo, but a little bit more team-oriented and mission-focused rather than as mean as he can be, if that makes any sense. But because of that reason, I was really starting to like her, but now I'm just really scared because she is losing a lot of blood. But Endeavor does rush to her side, and Endeavor being worried about his teammate just shows further progression, and I'm so happy with that. Honestly, Endeavor was one of my least favorite characters, but as we see him grow and make an effort to change, which is something that a lot of characters just don't do sometimes, they're just given character progression, but we're seeing him really strive to make that character progression on his own. It just gave me so much respect for him. He obviously needs to work back a lot of respect, but he's just on like the stairs, right? And he's just gaining respect with each step that he takes, so I can really appreciate this character growth. Lastly, Aizawa and Present Mic just dead staring the doctor is so needed, because they hold a personal connection to this fight now because their friend that was obviously turned into a Nomu. So having them be the ones right there on the front lines with the doctor and Shigaraki was like the best thing that could happen. I really do feel like Aizawa isn't in the front lines as often as other characters, so to see him here on the front lines with the doctors is making me really eager for the next chapter, and I cannot wait to see what happens. We're most likely going to cut back to Dabi, Hawks, and Tokoyami, which I'm really hyped to see. I really want to know how Tokoyami is going to handle this kind of situation. And overall, I'm just wondering where Deku, Todoroki, and Bakugo are, because if they haven't entered the fight yet, that means that something bigger is coming, and I'm hoping we get to see Deku's new power emerge, which was something of levitation or flight. I think that will be awesome. Personally, like, flight powers are my favorite, so for Deku to gain something like that would just blow my mind. Personally, I do love Deku. I know a lot of people like other side characters more than Deku, but Deku is one of my favorite characters, so to see him progress even more will just blow my mind, and I cannot wait to see it. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments and in the poll on the top right hand corner. Hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!